Now he's saying we can't even hold a press conference here.
I don't care. My next step is to arrest you. I don't need to hear all this.
Have you right to get off the campus.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ma'am, step over there with your camera. That'd be fine.
Step on the street. Apparently,
that'd be fine.
Step in the road?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I smile for your camera. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm at the intersection of Dalton and Lynch. Civil Rights City Tour marker number 47. It was here that Dr. Miller used to have a practice, and at this practice, Dr. Miller was notorious for being in the hospital here on campus, and Dr. Miller also was known for having paid the bail for the students who participated in the bus sit-in. The fact of the matter is that yesterday I was arrested on a public sidewalk for handing out literature and speaking up on behalf of the preborn. I have no intention of surrendering my First Amendment rights. First, because I'm an advocate for the preborn. It's my job to speak out on behalf of the children, and I'm going to continue to do it, even at the threat of arrest. People right here in the city of Jackson were murdered for trying to exercise simple rights, right where they could sit on the bus. Yesterday, Attorney Matthew Taylor said, we're only talking about 30 feet. Because I don't think that's going to go very far. Well, I just want to say this to Attorney Taylor, the General Counsel for the Jackson State University. We're only talking 30 feet. That's about the distance from the back of the bus, Mr. Taylor, to the front of the bus. And we have every intention of standing at the front of the bus. It's where we're going to be. And it's 30 feet to freedom. So it may not be very far to you, Mr. Taylor, but it's all the distance in the world to us, and we have every intention of fighting it.
Through Jackson State University's attorney Matthew Taylor's misplaced authority, our freedom of speech was unjustly suppressed. Today we are at Site 47 of the Civil Rights Tour, a place for remembering and sharing stories of the people who sacrificed much for the freedom that was so hard-won in Jackson, Mississippi. But a different story was unfolded yesterday. Jackson State PD, following the orders of Mr. Taylor, took measures to illegally silence our message. Among Mr. Taylor's blatant abuse of power includes threatening to change policy to fit his agenda. He is recorded saying, I can go up and write a policy right now that makes it 30 days. I can set that at 7 days, I can set it at 15 days. I can do whatever I want. He goes on to say, y'all want to sue me? That's fine, but I'm allowing you to stay over here. I don't think that lawsuit's going very far. We're talking about 30 feet. Well, Mr. Taylor, the moment we allow you to take 30 feet is the moment you'll take a mile. Mr. Taylor expressed, I work for a university because I enjoy the liberties of free speech, but we have seen Mr. Taylor exercise his liberties at the cost of our freedom of speech. What Mr. Taylor does not know is that I am a survivor of the abortion Holocaust. 1/3 of my generation is gone. Not only that, 1/3 of this campus, our peers at Jackson State University is gone dead from abortion. And we want Mr. Taylor to know that we will stand our ground and be advocates for the preborn. Because to surrender our rights for the sake of Mr. Taylor's reputation would be cowardice. Shame on Jackson State, shame on Matthew Taylor.
During the unlawful arrest of Jeff White, students and members of the community came up to me and asked what was happening. I had to tell them that the police were arresting someone while he exercised his right to free speech on a public sidewalk adjacent to a public university. The reaction invariably was shock. The unlawful arrest yesterday sent a message to the students and neighbors of Jackson State University that free speech is not protected here.
I just want to say that even though the right to free speech is technically alive in our country, it is still vulnerable to a death of 1,000 cuts, especially cuts like a phony concern for safety that this university has put forward. So that even if the right to free speech is technically still alive in this country, it is only alive in theory, but not in practice, as we have seen here at Jackson State University and many other universities across this great country. Thank you.
That is the crux of free speech. The First Amendment is there to protect unpopular speech. Today our speech is unpopular. Yesterday I suffered arrest. Today we suffer at the hands of police officers telling us we're not even allowed to be onto a public sidewalk at all, whether we're handing out literature or not. I hope that you'll keep these survivors in your prayers and thoughts, because these courageous young people endure this day after day after day on the road. It's infuriating and it's shameful for our country. Thank you.